Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market, and we are back yet again on a Sunday for another routine Crypto Empire live stream. I hope everybody is doing well out there. Whatever you're up to in your own life, clear your distractions because it is time to hone in and focus on the crypto market. It's time to get down to business. I will be outlining everything that happened this past week with the big XRP news announcement, the pump and then dump that soon followed after in the crypto market, as well as the top strategies to be implementing here in the coming weeks, as we are now in an uptrend as it does appear right now. And as long as that does continue, there is going to be so much money to be made. So you really want to make sure that you're using the correct strategies to profit and maximize your profits from the market here going forward. So with that being said, I do want to welcome everybody to today's stream. Big shout out to Woody Herzog, saying he's catching the live stream on vacation in Bend, Oregon. Enjoy that vacation, Woody, and thank you for taking some time to join us here this Sunday. We also have McNaz96 saying good afternoon, everyone. What's going on, McNaz? And we got Reverend Flashback saying hi, Connor, my brother. How are you doing? I'm doing great, Reverend Flashback. Good to see you as always in the live chat. Let's get things started with our crypto market overview. So, I sorted out the mic difficulties. I think the mic should be working perfectly. If there's any audio difficulties, let me know right away. I greatly appreciate that. But we're going to continue onwards here. As it does stand, Bitcoin trading for $30,300, ETH trading for $19.31. Overall, the market has been flat this weekend. Not a lot is happening, but I think there's going to be some good opportunities and maybe some dips this coming week to look for some good entries. Take a look at the top gainers and losers on the day. And in terms of our gainers on the day, really 1 inch with a big pump up 20%. But other than that, a lot of kind of lower cap coins out there. Caspa up 15% on the day. Rollbit Online Casino making some moves here. USTC, which is now a meme coin. Overall, the market is flat. Looking at the losers as well, really small caps are the only things moving right now. LYXC is definitely on sale here at $7.88. This is a pretty clear buy to me. This is going back up to $13 to $15 probably relatively soon. And then in the full-blown bull market, I have LYX going to, three figures, at least $100. But anyways, it's down 10% on the day. Really good entry right now at $7.88 for LYXE. Shout out to Randy with us. Randy saying, hola all, let's make some money in this crazy whipsaw market. Absolutely, Randy, let's do it. We got David W. What up, David? Hope you're doing well. We got Topi Wales. What's up, Topi? Michael DJI Manor saying, welcome back, Connor. How are you doing? Hope all is still going well with you. Thank you, Michael. Things are going great. I appreciate you asking. We got All Day Dre with us. And yeah, thank you for letting me know the sound is good, Michael. We're going to continue onwards, and let's get into the charts and take a look at Bitcoin right now. All right, so let's go ahead and get over to our Bitcoin chart here. And my analysis really has not changed. I think I'm in my studio here. Let's go to my channel. My analysis has not changed since this video I released 2 days ago about the XRP lawsuit. So if you watch that video, you should be well informed on what's going on in the market right now. So looking on the daily time frame, this candle here on June 13th, Thursday, we had a big green candle, all right? And we pumped and we broke out of this trading range for not long at all. It was a few minutes. As you see with the wick here, we broke out of the range and then we went right back into the range with this bearish engulfing candle. Okay, so this was a huge kind of letdown. But if you can actually analyze the undercurrents of the market, some very interesting things are happening right now. Yes, Bitcoin retraced the entire pump, but I'm going to split this screen in two here for a moment, and we're going to pull up ETH on our right side of our screen. And we're going to look at this side by side, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on, because ETH is holding up stronger than BTC right now. Whoops, wrong one. Let's go ahead and get this sorted out. Bear with me one moment as I set these charts up. So ETH is stronger than Bitcoin. And if you look at what ETH has done, ETH did not retrace that entire pump. Everybody's eyes should be on the right side of my screen over here. ETH on the right side of my screen did not retrace the entire green candle. Bitcoin did. Now, the pump was purely driven off of the news about XRP. Okay, that's very, very clear. And if anybody doesn't understand that already, make sure you understand it now. That pump was purely driven off of that XRP news announcement that they beat the SEC in court and were declared a non-security, except for their institutional sales. But for the most part, they're declared a non-security. They were given the green light, and it pumped 100% in a day. Now, this Bitcoin pullback, eyes on the left side of my screen, this was purely leverage driven. This was not spot at all, okay? This was a leverage driven flush out. They wanted to flush the longs. Really, the longs and shorts both got killed with this pump and then dump on BTC. But ETH here, ETH only retraced half of the candle. And if you analyze this, it's actually holding the previous resistance, as you see with my red zone here, all the wicks. It's holding this now as support. Okay, so with ETH holding stronger and holding this support, previous resistance, this is a breakout level, that is very, very good and promising for altcoins, as long as ETH can actually stay above the range. And right now it's in a pretty critical spot at $19 or $1,930. If it was to lose this red zone here and come back into this trading range, it would make me think that we're going to go ahead and visit these lows down here at $1,814. But as it does stand right now, the fact that Ethereum did not retrace its entire pump, Bitcoin did, all that I can interpret from that is that the Bitcoin pullback was a purely leverage-driven flush out, and the fact that ETH is holding stronger makes me suspect that Ethereum is going to lead the market here going forward, and altcoins are going to follow suit. So with that being said, we should be preparing for some big altcoin pumps in the coming days to weeks here in July and August, really, because if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in the short to midterm, days to weeks. All right, not necessarily months out from right now. It's happening right now, so you need to be strapped in. You need to be paying attention because now's the time. All right, and if you come to this, if you watch this live stream 2 weeks from now, it could be too late. So this is some very important, critical, time-sensitive information that I will be going over when I'm going over my charts here. All right, but now that you guys have a clear understanding of how Ethereum is stronger than BTC and could end up leading the market here, which is very bullish for altcoins, let's go ahead and analyze each individual asset and make sure that we're all on the same page with that. Let me catch up with our live chat and see what's going on here. All right, a lot of engagement. Love it. You guys keep chatting it up in that live chat as I continue on with my analysis. So BTC, same plan as I outlined in 2 days ago in my video then, all right? If we do come down here into the $29,500 range, that's where we need to be looking for longs. A lot of people might think right now that, oh, Bitcoin went ahead and retraced that entire pump. You know, we're going to go ahead and nuke from here. We're going back down here to 27K or maybe even 26K. I don't believe we're going to get that deep of a pullback. Of course, I don't know for sure. Nobody has a crystal ball. But what I do know is this level down here, if we go to the weekly time frame, this level down here, $29,450, $29,500, just to keep it simple, this is where we need to be looking for longs if we do end up getting this early in the week. Now, like I just said, Bitcoin retraced that entire pump. Usually, when Bitcoin puts in one of these huge red candles, we see altcoins get decimated. We see them go down 10%, 20%, 30% in the same exact day. But if you notice, that didn't happen at all. A lot of altcoins actually held up really well the day after the XRP news when Bitcoin went ahead and pulled back like this, which is another reason or suspicion that I have that altcoins are going to go ahead and lead on from this point in time. But yeah, Bitcoin is just one big chop and slop fest. Looks like chicken scratch up here from 31K down to 29K. And that should resolve soon. Again, if we get the range low down here at 29,500, we're looking for longs and we're looking for these new highs. Really, the main target is going to be up here at $32,400. That is a weekly level. For anybody that's not aware, of how I'm getting this level up here at 32,400. It's from this wick high. All right, and this goes all the way back to May of 2022. This is the target here, 32,400. If we get 29, we're longing up to here. Okay, so that's our Bitcoin plan. And with that being said, I made it pretty clear I'm more interested in altcoins right now. So one of the main components of altcoins is Bitcoin dominance. This gives us the capital inflow, or at least insight into the capital inflow and outflow of altcoins. So let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance over here. And this is the weekly. Let's go to the daily time frame on Bitcoin dominance. And it's currently at 50%. It did make its way all the way up to 52%, which is very close to my line here. Anybody that's been subscribed to me for a while, any regular live stream viewers, channel viewers out there, know that I always look, or I routinely look at Bitcoin dominance in my streams. And I've had this line up here at 52.87% for quite some time. But it looks like Bitcoin dominance just tested this wick from April of 2019 and rejected right off of that. All right, that was the top. So we hit 52%. This weekly candle on Bitcoin dominance puts us right back at a support level. But nonetheless, it's a good looking candle candle for altcoins when we get a weekly candle like this on Bitcoin dominance. All right, so what we really want to see is we want to see the support level lost at 50%. We want to see it come back down here and test these levels at 47%. And that's going to give us enough to see these altcoins pump in the mid to short term. Short to mid term, I should say. So Bitcoin dominance is looking good. We lose 50%, we come down to 47%. Altcoins pump. Basically all you have to know from looking at this chart. No need to overcomplicate anything or sugarcoat anything. That's just the reality of the situation. Now looking at the total market cap, hasn't necessarily given us the big move we've wanted yet. As you see over here on the 13th when the XRP news day came in, we had a big move, but a lot of the capital got taken right back out of the market from that. But the promising thing is we're actually holding this previous resistance as support on the total market cap. So as long as we continue to hold, I do expect this to continue to push up. We went through the bear market already. The bear market's over. Or it's not a full-blown bull market yet, but the worst of the bear market has passed us. Okay, so the trend momentum is all up right now. So I'm going to anticipate these things continue to go up. It's looking pretty good here on the total market cap chart. Breakout retest right now. We want to continue to hold this level, and ideally we start to push off from here towards that 1.37 and ideally $1.65 trillion. There's going to be a lot of pumps when this happens, and it will happen. All right. People are not, unless crypto dies altogether, which is really not going to happen at all. We're gonna be seeing the total crypto market cap back up here towards 3 trillion and then beyond 5 trillion to 10 trillion dollars for this next cycle is realistic. So a lot to look forward to here. A lot of money to be made here. Really kind of life-changing retirement money for many. Of course, it's all relative. It takes money to make money, but you can start with a small amount and you can do some serious damage. I say that because I've done it before last cycle. So it is possible to start small and make it big. No doubt about it. Now let's go ahead and look at ETH, and then we'll get into some questions and look at more altcoins. So we already briefly looked at ETH. Again, this is our new bull market trend line. And this could come back into play. And if it does come back into play, that's when you should be a buyer. And if it does come back into play relatively soon, saying this upcoming week we get a dip down to this low over here at 1814, we could end up going chopping around and then eventually hitting the trend line. If we hit the trend line, that's where you're a buyer. Not financial advice, but the trend is up, and this is the new bull market trend line going back to the FTX lows over here in November of 2022. So we see this trend line again. You know what to do essentially, and this will come into play right at all of our horizontal levels as well. So a lot of confluence here on the ETH chart, but the thing is, the market makers, they know that everybody is waiting for these price levels. Okay, and we just talked about how there's a decent chance of Ethereum leading the charge here in the mid to short term, or the short to mid term. So the fact that this could be an overcrowded trade to get in long down here from 1814 down to 1760 means that we could just actually start to move up from here as we start the week. Okay, so I wouldn't be shocked if we don't get the dip and it just leaves everybody in the dust and just starts to move on its own. But I also wouldn't be necessarily shocked if it came down and tested these lows over here at 1814. So really kind of as we start the week, I want to see how the Monday range forms. If you guys don't have the Spaceman BTC key level indicator, I recommend you get that on your chart. All right, we mark out the Monday high and Monday low from that. And my plan going into this week is to do this on altcoins. And when the altcoins drop beneath the Monday low, I will be looking for demand zone support entries and I'll be long in them. All right, so let's wait for this Monday range to form, but the plan has not changed at all on ETH. We're kind of chopping around. We're holding the breakout higher here, which is encouraging. If we do lose this red box, that's going to change. Okay, but as of right now, we're holding the breakout, which is why I just said I wouldn't be surprised if these lows don't even get tested and it just starts going for these highs over here above 2100 as we start the week. So that's our ETH plan, all right? Everything should make sense. If you have any questions, let me know right now in the live chat. And if you're enjoying the live stream so far, be sure to smash up that like button. So we got SAADK asking about Solana. And yeah, let's look at Solana. Solana has been moving very well recently. Solana currently at $27, which is great to see. So first thing I want to show you is Sol on the weekly chart. Just kind of going over some basic. Let's look at a chart that goes further back in time here. Damn, Qcoin listed it late too. There we go. All right, so Sol on the weekly price chart gives us a very good idea of kind of what's to come next. This is the weekly again. So we look over here on the left side of our screen. Let me make sure you guys can all see that clearly. There we go. We look over here on the left side of our screen, back to 2021. And that's what led to the huge breakout, right? Solana initially pumped up to around $50. It pulled back down here to 20. And then we saw the huge explosive move to the high at $259. Now, if I drop a line right where current price is, you're going to see that it's basically at the same exact support level that held over here in 2021 before the huge pump. This was also the bear market support before the FTX candle. That's this huge red candle here. All right, this was held as support. And then it was also the bear market resistance after the FTX candle. Basically, this year of 2023's resistance level. Now, Solana on the weekly pierced above it this week, but as of right now, it's kind of struggling to complete the breakout move by closing above the level at 27 or 26.97. It is above right now. So as long as it closes as it is currently, then yeah, it's basically a confirmed breakout, which is a promising sign for some more upside. All right, so the weekly here gives us the map. And where it's going to go next, 47, 48, right? This is your next target from the current price level. You could also use this wick at 39, but you know, whatever you prefer, whenever you prefer to take your profits. You have 39 and then 47 as the two most obvious take profit levels here for Sol. All right, when it comes to entries, look, it's tough to buy after this, but it certainly does look like it has more upside. I mean, you had basically 7 months of price between $10 and $25. Now the breakout happened, so we could play the continuation of the breakout. Right, we look for it to keep on holding on to this $27 support. And then we look to long it to these next targets up here at 39 and 47. Now, ideally for an entry, I don't know if you get this because the market of how bullish it is right now, but you know, if we do see it move back lower into demand here on the daily, yeah, that lines up directly with the golden pocket and the 50% as well. So yeah, if you see it move back down to 22, that would be a great buy to ride that up to 39 and then 47. But no guarantees that you get that. Okay, but Solana certainly one of the most bullish coins in crypto right now with the way it's moving. If you enter now, here's the thing. It depends on your trading style. If you enter with leverage right now, there's a good chance you get flushed out. There's a chance it just pumps and you hit your targets and you make easy money on the trade. But if you enter right now after this move, there's a good chance that you get caught in a flush out, you get stopped out, and you lose the trade. And worst case scenario, you get liquidated if you have no idea how to manage your position sizing and risk management in general. So that should never happen. You should never get liquidated. But that's the worst case. But the title of my stream today, I'm sure you guys noticed, is maximize your crypto profits, right? The secrets to consistent crypto profits, especially during times like this in a bull market or a temporary bull market, right? We don't know how long this is going to last for. But when the market is giving you money, when money is on the table, all you have to do is pick it up. You really don't even have to use leverage, depending on how much capital you have. If you're well capitalized, you can make so much money trading spot. So you really don't necessarily need the leverage when the market is moving like this. Depends on your trading style, because one style that it's almost impossible to lose. Of course, anything could happen, and it depends on the individual trader. But just accumulating assets here at the lows, for example, Solana is the perfect example. You know, all you had to do was be patient and buy it around $20. A few times it dipped down to 16, it dipped down to 12. You know, people panic sold here. Right? But if you went into this Solana trade just knowing, okay, this is basically the bottom, all I need to do is buy it and wait for it to pump because the worst has already happened, right? FTX already happened. That was this huge red move. The worst already happened, so all I need to do is accumulate. It's almost guaranteed that you're going to make profits from this market. And if you're well capitalized and you have some money to buy these coins with, you know, you make a 50% return, you make a 30% return. That's huge money. That is a huge source of income. So, yeah, accumulating spot and then basically just trusting your analysis and waiting for it to go up rather than, you know, selling when it dips, which is what most people do. Right, you kind of have to know what your strategy exactly is. So if you follow this strategy, the accumulation swing trading strategy spot, you know, when it dips, you should buy more. You should add, and you should not panic sell. All right, if you panic sell, you're going to have less capital than you started with. Then you're going to end up wanting to buy back in higher like it is right now. All right, so I know I'm taking a long time on Solana here, but I'm just kind of outlining a strategy that I wanted to share with you all today in this live stream because it's extremely effective. It's extremely easy, and if you're well capitalized, it's kind of like shooting fish in a barrel, as they say, right? But anyways, yeah, Solana pulled back to 22. That's their long area. Ride it up to 39 and 47. You could buy it here, right? If it comes back down to 22 and you buy it over here at 27, don't panic sell it. Buy more, and then you wait for it to pump up to 39 to 47. So that's Solana. Now, with that being said, in terms of that strategy, you should have a multi-pronged approach, right? I have a multi-pronged approach. I have that. I have my kind of investment portfolio that is kind of more of a buy and hold, and then I have my leverage trading portfolio, or just a leverage trading account, right? I use BitGet for that, right? So I use a multi-pronged strategy, and it works for me. So you should develop your own, but you don't need to take a multi-pronged approach, right? For crypto in a bull market, you just need to accumulate and then take your profits on the way up. All right, so that's Solana. Moonshine says, sorry, I just lost your comment. Moonshine says, Connor, can you do an airdrop video on ZK Stark? I want this airdrop and the Empire fan needs to capitalize on this. ZK Stark. Is that different from... Yeah, it must be different from ZK Sync. Or Starknet, sorry. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'm still really only concerned with Layer 0 Starknet and ZK Sync right now for the airdrops. Those are the big three. I think those are going to pay out big. I keep on doing my tasks every 2 weeks. And when the airdrop comes, you know, hopefully I make a lot of money with the work I've been putting in the past year, basically multiple years for ZK Sync. Let's see. SAADK says most needed news for crypto world was XRP, and that even didn't do much good for pushing Bitcoin above 31K. I wonder what Bitcoin needs now. Patience. Patience is what you need now. SAADK. The patient always win. All right, especially when it comes to that spot trading strategy I just shared with you. If you're patient, you're gonna win. All right, so you need patience right now for the market. It's going up. The worst is behind us. ACO 1980 says, any news about Layer 0? I haven't heard anything, nothing official. I've heard Q4 for the airdrop. I don't really know. I'm just doing the tasks every 2 weeks and hoping for a lot of money when the airdrop does hit. This November, will Bitcoin test its lows? I have no idea. I doubt it, but I don't have the crystal ball to answer that question. Ozzy says, what is your favorite small/mid and high cap altcoin? I mean, favorites. High cap, I like Litecoin and Monero. Also ETH, obviously. Mid caps, I mean, INJ certainly bullish. But INJ, where's INJ? It's like 60 right now. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. I like Rose. And then low caps. You should join my Discord for low caps. We're crushing it. Most recent one. I mean, I even shared this one on YouTube actually in my meme coin video a few days ago. I don't love small caps or low caps like I used to. I just use them as a vehicle to make money. But Doge, I shared this with you guys at around a 750K market cap. I first shared this in my Discord group back here on July 11th. At that time, it was at a 900K market cap. I bought my first entry. I bought a lot more when it was around 600 to 700K. Here it is now at a 1.5 mil market cap. So I'm up average, about a 2x. So yeah, congratulations to everybody who took this one with me on Doge. I think it has a lot more upside to come. As you see, the chart does not look ridiculous yet. When the chart looks ridiculous, that's when you should start to take your profits. But this chart does not look anywhere near ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, I think there's some more upside here for Doge. I gave you all the entry below 1 mil market cap. Another banger right there. So if you guys want early access to these coins, what I'm buying, what I'm selling, you know where to go. CryptoEmpireCo.io, and then click join Discord at the top. You get access to the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group where I bring it to you every single day and share with you guys exactly what I am seeing and what I'm buying, what I'm selling, what I am trading. Let's see. Michael says, should we still long Litecoin? Litecoin for now is still doing nothing. Why? So the Litecoin halving, let's get our exact countdown for the Litecoin halving. It's in like 16 days. All right, so the Litecoin halving is in 16 days. Why is it doing nothing? Let's take a look at the chart. I believe it's like $94 right now. Yeah, $94.38. So it's not looking horrible. As long as it continues to hold 93.50, which is this yellow dotted line. All right, as you guys see, this is basically like obviously it deviated from this level a few times in the past, like 4 or 5 times. So if it lost it again, then this would just be another big deviation. But if this continues to hold, then that's a very promising sign for LTC over here, 93.50. Should you still long it? So that depends. I mean, I bought all of my Litecoin lower than the current price. Right, I was buying this thing from 88. I bought it down here around 70 a few times, right? He gave us multiple times to buy it around $70 this year, the past 7 months. So, what is the question exactly? Should we still long it? Should you still hold on to what you've bought? I think so, yes. I think that using targets up here at $130 and then around 150 as well would be better to sell than right now. Again, it's going to require patience for these targets to get hit. Ideally, they get hit at the time of the halving or shortly after. But yeah, I think Litecoin still has some more upside to it. So I think selling now is selling too soon. Of course, if you think something is going to outperform Litecoin and you would rather put your capital there, you're free to do that. It's your money. You're your own trader. You're your own individual, so you should make your own decisions when it comes to that. But I think Litecoin, yeah, has higher targets. Let's see, Paul TSC, maybe some TA for SDX if possible. So SDX is a decentralized exchange, and they are basically, from my understanding, it's pretty obvious. They just collaborated. They basically just paid every single big like Twitter guy out there that talks about crypto. It's a decentralized exchange at the end of the day. There's really nothing crazy special about it. I think they have some kind of impermanent loss technology, but it's a decentralized exchange. It's really nothing crazy. It's currently at a 57 mil market cap. Looking at this chart on the 12-hour, on the daily, it could keep on going up, but I can't necessarily recommend to buy something after the accumulation already happened, right? My circles here are where the accumulation already happened. Now it's having its run, so I wouldn't recommend to touch it. I think there's better coins out there, or just coins that haven't necessarily moved yet compared to SDX. But with this chart, there's really nothing to go off. It's a new token, and it's in price discovery. Again, I don't think there's anything crazy special about the DEX other than the fact that they have good marketing to pump this price right now. So the market is very irrational during bullish times, so I could totally see it just keep on pumping. But I wouldn't recommend buying it. If you're in already, that's good, but a little late for me. Rigoberto Chavez Jr. in the building. What's happening, Rigoberto? Rigo says, what's good, Connor? Just doing the normal Sunday stream. That's what we do. Mick Naz says, Arbitrum holding strong, not pulling back. Yeah, so Arbitrum is another one of those accumulation spot trades. I implemented this strategy for Arbitrum. This is a while ago, right? I first started this on June 26th. And, I wrote like 3 paragraphs here, but the gist of it was to just buy it, and if it dips, buy more. Very simple strategy, and guess what? We made money doing that kind of like bonehead caveman level of intelligence strategy. Because it doesn't take a rocket scientist to make money right now from this market. Anyway, so yeah, the Arbitrum plan, I already gave you the strategy. I talked about it during the Solana analysis. If you just joined the live stream right now, go rewatch my Solana analysis to get that strategy. But it's very simple. You buy. If it dips, you buy more. That's exactly what I did here on Arbitrum. You can see all of my green price labels on the chart. These were all the buy levels, right? 3 of the 4 of them got hit. 3 out of 4 of them got hit. Guess what? We're filled. Guess what? Even from the highest one, it's up 14%. All right, so depending on, like I said, how well capitalized you are, 14% is not a bad day at all. Obviously, I'm holding out for some higher levels here. But, if you put $10,000 into a spot position, that's $1,400 profit. If you just use 2 or 3x leverage, you multiply that by 2 or 3 times. All right, and you can certainly use low leverage with this strategy as well. But regardless, yeah, Arbitrum is looking good. Currently in the supply zone up here at $1.30, or it tested $1.33 in the supply zone. But yeah, this is stronger than a lot of other altcoins, and it's similar to Ethereum. Obviously as a network, being that Arbitrum is a layer 2, but no, I'm talking about the technicals. It's very similar to Ethereum's chart, where we had this resistance level of the zone. Okay, this is the 12-hour time frame, so this is covering a nice chunk of time here, right? This was the range high. If you guys notice, we pumped for a full day. We got caught. We consolidated under the range high here at $1.25. We pump. Now we're pulling back, but we're holding 125 as support. This is the previous resistance level. So just like Ethereum, if it continues to hold this, well, then you have to expect the next leg up. Okay, and Arbitrum, realistically, we have our highs up here at 180. 180 certainly a target, and then $2 as well, I think, is almost a given. Arbitrum has no token unlocks for around 8 months right now, so a lot of leeway to see this thing rip like crazy, which is why I just use my accumulation strategy and just bought. If it dipped, I bought more. When it dipped again, I bought more, etc., 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 etc. A lot of upside here. But yeah, Arbitrum's looking good. We want to see it continue to hold 125 as support and then use that as a launch pad to get to our next levels, like so. Rigoberto says, are we in the boring phase till the halving? So we were in the boring phase, but guess what? On Thursday, that kind of changed with the XRP news, right? The XRP news just kind of lit a fire under the market, and it just told us that the whole U.S. regulatory scheme, you know, the regulatory crackdown by the SEC, it's literally all just one big bluff. We already, if you could see, right, if you have a basic level of understanding of how the world works, I'm sure you were able to realize that, you know, what they were trying to do over here in the U.S. when it came to crypto regulation was kind of ridiculous. All right, so now that that bluff is being uncovered for the blind that couldn't see it before, a lot of people are interested in crypto again. A lot of retail are out there Google searching how to buy XRP. Is it too late to buy XRP? Stuff like that. So I think we got some good times ahead. It won't be a full-blown bull market yet, but it's going to be a lot less boring than it has been over the past 2 years, really, during the bear market. Kat says, I think Bitcoin will make a move down towards 28 to 29K area in the next 48 hours. So it wouldn't shock me, Kat. My level to wait for here is 29,500, 29,455 to be exact. All right, that's what we're waiting for over here. Let's see. Randy's saying, can you please look at AGLD and comp for sure? And Mick, we'll look at WASR after. Guys, if you're enjoying the live stream so far, be sure to smash that like button down below. So AGLD just hit a fib extension over here. It hit the 0.27 at 87 cents. So yeah, this just hit a target, Randy. Just hit this fib extension. By the way, Velo, I'm going to look at Velo right now too. Adventure Gold. I have no idea what this coin is. Certainly looking promising. Already pumping. Does have a lot of room to fall back down to support. We'll see what happens this week. I wouldn't suggest to buy it now. If you want to buy this thing, I would wait for the Monday range to form. I would buy it underneath the Monday range to start the week. But if you're already in, you want higher targets. Next up, you have $1.01. And I like this up here at 124, 125 makes a lot of sense. And then comp. Comp looking really good. Let's make this a log scale chart. Okay, so comp at a big level here. It's clearing the level. So this could end up in a deviation, so I would be careful here, right? Depending if Bitcoin pulls back or not. Well, then this could be a deviation on comp and then come back and kind of correct where it would correct to. DeFi is looking good. Yeah, 50% is at 54. I would wait how this daily candle closes for comp, right? Because if you look, this is kind of a huge range high level. If you look over here on the left side of your screen, big range high level over here at $75, currently at $77, but it could end up in a deviation. You don't want to see that happen if you're long, of course, but it certainly looks like it could actually do that. Come back down to around 55. So 12-hour. Yeah, you got bearish divergence signs too. It's kind of looking ready to pull back. Comp. So it's a short. Not the best RR if you put the stop above the high. Still a 2-to-1. It looks decent for it. The bullish scenario is it goes for a triple drive and then pulls back, which wouldn't make sense. Right, that would be the triple drive, and you got to be wary of that. But as of right now, comp looks like a deviation. Now I want to show you guys Velo. So this is, I've talked about this many months ago. This is similar to XRP, where it's working with banks and centralized financial institutions to effortlessly transfer money across borders. But this is in Asia, in the Asia markets. Okay, so this has been coined kind of the XRP of Asia. And the chart is very interesting to me. Very, very interesting. Let's get out of this log scale. And the reason I say it's interesting is, well, let's just take a look. Over here at 0.0027 cents. Pretty obvious support level, right? Support resistance flip level. Even going all the way back to 2022, right? By the way, this thing is an all-time high of, if you look, this thing has an all-time high of $2, but they did like some kind of new token, like NXRA. They made a new token or something like that, make the tokenomics better. Anyways, 20 cents would be 27 cents, 28 cents would be 100x from the current price. All right, so that's not crazy, especially with a market cap of only 20.7 mil right now, right? If this is actually the XRP of Asia and it's going to get used, it could pull some crazy numbers and go to like 20 cents, which would be a huge, huge gain. But anyways, look at where we are at in the chart on this Velo chart. Okay, we're at a pretty big support level over here, 0.0027 cents. This thing already had a crazy run up this year to, in May it went up to 0.0046, which is almost a 100% move from the current price. 66%. But regardless, this is a small cap that I'm watching right now. Thinking about buying a nice size of it. It is very high risk, this thing, but the chart looks bottom to me. It looks very close to a bottom. Let's go to the daily, actually. So the yearly open, let's get our yearly open on the chart. Yeah, okay, so the yearly open was exactly at 0.002. So it could come down to 0.002. That would be ideal, right? That would mean that you only need 20 cents for a 100x, which I don't think is that far off. It could definitely happen. But yeah, I haven't bought this yet. It's definitely not looking great because it just broke this trend line and then retested. Now it's trying to break support. But if the support does end up holding, well then that's very bullish. But again, just if this is something that you're bullish on, you accumulate it, which means that you buy it here at support If it drops down to the next support level down here, then you're a buyer again. And then if it drops down to this next level again, you're a buyer, right? On any asset in crypto that you're bullish on, if you just use this kind of accumulation strategy, it's so easy. If you picked a good coin, you're going to make a lot of money just doing that. And then obviously selling it on the way up, right? Because there's always going to be huge pullbacks. And when you sell on the way up, you take profit and you're back in stable coins, and then you have money to go into another trade after that, and you just keep on playing the game and building your account up. We're going to look at WASDR as well. Let's look at WAS. So WAS, I mean, when it comes to the TA on this thing, there really isn't much to talk about, other than the fact that it's at a good level. It's at a great price, right? This thing opened up the year at 1.6 cents. Right, this thing opened the year 44% higher than the current price. So crypto gaming really has not started to move at all yet. There's a lot of promising ones. Nakamoto games, this thing just moves like crazy. I set up this trade on a live stream as well. But yeah, this thing, the past 2 weeks, it pumped like 2 or 3x. 130%. But yeah, that's like one of the only gaming coins moving right now. All the other gaming coins are not doing anything, and WAS is in that category of not doing anything. So again, the patient are going to win. Do you have the patience to hold out and wait for it to actually catch a bid and start to pump? I don't know. I can't answer that question for you. But the fundamentals of the coin, of the token, of the project, they have not changed at all. So it's still bullish in my opinion. You just have to be patient. And it's essentially at like lows that it's at the lowest point that you can see on the chart, right? The chart doesn't go back far enough in time to see the price lower than this. At one point in time it was, but I don't know why you don't see it on the chart. But yeah, WAS, it's basically at the bottom. So if you're patient enough to wait, well then it's still a good coin. Let's see. Walshy says, when Bitcoin hit all-time high, is this when alts will run? No, not necessarily. Alts all run at different times. You don't know which one is going to pump when, which is why you can't be the type of trader to only chase after the coin that is pumping right now. If that's your style of trading, you're going to lose. And you're probably going to give up and go back to your day job too, because it's too mentally taxing to keep on losing and losing and losing, just chasing after pumps while not waiting for the coin that you bought to pump. Again, the patient always win. So essentially, Bitcoin will, altcoins usually run when Bitcoin goes sideways and flat and holds a higher support level without dumping. All right, when Bitcoin's going sideways and we see ETH lead, that's when we usually see altcoins pump. Walshy, I recommend you rewind the stream to the beginning, and I talk about this exactly in the intro to the stream. See, Cat says if 31K breaks out with volume, 34K becomes a magnet. 32,500 first, but for sure. Moonshine says it's Starknet. I think it's Airdrops next year, I believe. Yeah, Moonshine, my man. Go to my channel, search Starknet, and you're going to see 1, 2, 3 step-by-step tutorial videos on how to get the Starknet airdrop. I cover all of the main airdrops here on the channel, right? And I don't leave any stone unturned in my tutorials. People have told me, this is not coming from me, that I have the best airdrop tutorial videos on YouTube, all right? I usually like to stay humble, but this is what people have told me. So, you know, that's what it is there. Go check them out for yourself. We just got a $4.99 super chat from Sniff. Thank you, Sniff, for that super chat. Says as Steph gets back to the all-time high of 6 cents, my tiny bag of $210 will be worth 76 grand. I'm currently staking it for 105% APR. Well, Sniff, that's not a bad return on your investment from $210 to $76,000. We'll take a look at the chart of Step for you. And looks like it's pumping today. If you guys want to know what chicken scratch looks like, this is an example of a chicken scratch chart, right? Just really nothing going on. But this thing, what's the market cap of Step? Is Step Finance the one you're talking about? McDad says, Connor, have you seen the talk about the TV show Hourglass? Looks like they gathered all the crypto YouTube clowns and made it into a TV show. So I haven't seen any of their episodes, McNaz, but I've seen like their project, and I see that guy like talking. And here's the thing, I mean, here at Crypto Empire, let's see if our internet comes back. Yeah, there you go. Here at Crypto Empire, I understand the people that watch my channel, they like what I say about crypto, but for the most part, you know, they're here for me, right? They can go to any other channel and get their analysis. I do things my way, and that's why, you know, people subscribe here and they keep on watching. You know, if people like those clowns that go on the Hourglass show, so be it, right? I know I'm not going to appeal to everybody. I know not everybody is going to like me. That's just the world. That's just how the world works. So they can have fun with their little clown show, talking about who knows what. But yeah, we're gonna keep doing what we do over here at Crypto Empire. But I agree, it is a bit of a clown show. I can't watch most of those guys. I don't even know who they all are. But honestly, when I see, for the most part, when I see another person's video on crypto, I'm just like on YouTube, I'm watching the video, I'm just thinking to myself, like, what is this? Who would watch this? So that's why I try and make my stuff as engaging and valuable as possible. Anyway, back to Step for Sniff. Yeah, I mean, this thing, it looks like it bottomed out, Sniff. I think you did a good job buying it, right? If you believe in this, it looks like a double bottom. This is the daily time frame. If you look at the weekly time frame, it's pretty obvious weekly double bottom, right? A lot of people have been using the word Adam and Eve for a double bottom. That's when it's a sharp bottom and then a nice rounded one, and then you break out, right? That's exactly what this is here, right? Sharp bottom, rounded one, breakout. So good job on that, Sniff. And let's continue on with our show. Let's see. Austin Craig Landsey says, hello, brother. What is your thought on Algorand after the AlgoFi case and state where it is now? Yeah, so Algo, they're getting smashed up. I don't know the full details about the AlgoFi case. Find out right now on stream. I mean, what, they just got hit with a lawsuit or something? But yeah, I mean, Algorand, I'm clearing this chart. There's too much stuff going on here. Algorand, I didn't mean to remove the indicators. Damn, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Just removed everything. Got a little too ahead of myself there. Yeah, this thing is... Dude, it's at the COVID lows. It's at the March 2020 lows. That's like horrible. I mean, this is when you should buy it, right? If you're gonna buy it, like, this is the best price you've had for the past 3 years, right? So if it's ever gonna make a comeback, it's gonna be from now, right? It's literally at the March 2020 lows. Where the heck is Algo even on this? There it is. $900 million market cap right now at the COVID lows. It's 18% above the all-time low, which happened in January, I think it said. Yeah, I mean, you know, I can draw lines, right? It probably will break out from this. That's just how things tend to work, right? It's at the bottom of the chart, descending wedge on the weekly. I mean, if there's ever a time for it to actually start to reverse, it's right now. If it doesn't reverse from here, it's just completely toast, and you should throw it in the trash and never look at it again. But yeah, if it's gonna pump, it's gonna be from here. This is the lowest on the chart. It's at all-time low prices right now. I don't know the full details about the AlgoFi case. I'll look into that, but I think there's a lot of other coins that are worth paying attention to rather than Algorand, and I want to get into those, but I also want to answer your guys' questions. Mick, will we go back to 20K Bitcoin again? Yeah, Kat just said low chances. I agree with Kat. Very low chances of that happening. Moonshine, are you still bullish on OP? Yes, for sure. OP is looking really good. OP is a lot of bullish catalysts as well. I shared OP the other day in my Discord before it pumped at 120, and then it just ripped. I didn't enter this. It went from 120 to 150 right now in like 1 day, basically. But yeah, it held 120 well as support, and it's on the up and up. As you guys see, it cleared the top of the red zone. All right, that's resistance, cleared that. Kind of battling at it right now, but if it does continue to hold above $1.48, well then your next target would be 164, and then 182 would be the main target from here. But yeah, bullish on OP for sure. Again, one of the newer coins out there, layer 2 Coinbase network as well, that whatever Coinbase is building with OP. A lot of good stuff going for OP. And Brett asking about Singularity AGIX. We just got a $10 super chat from Moonshine saying, thank you, Connor, for the dedication. Moonshine, I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you for the super chat. I'm going to keep on doing what I do. And yeah, thank you for acknowledging what we do over here at Crypto Empire. It means a lot, my friend. Anyway, Singularity AGIX. It's not clean at all with that trend line. So this is what I see for AGIX. I see a clear resistance at 25-26 cents. Price is really struggling to get above that resistance level. I also see an upwards sloping accumulation happening. And this is what's called an ascending triangle, all right? This is like the best pattern to trade in a bull market. When the market is bullish, this just prints money, this pattern. And all it is, it's an upwards accumulation in the chart, all right? You essentially have price come, pump to resistance, pull back, make a higher low, pump to that same exact horizontal resistance level, pull back again, make a higher low, all right? This is just creating a wedge, all right? Now you pump, you pull back, and now we're at the apex. So it's either pump or dump. And with where the market is at right now, I would put more emphasis and more probability on the pump happening than the sell-off. So my thoughts on AGIX are that you know, it looks good. I like how it has not broken out yet. It did result in a swing failure pattern on the daily time frame, but nonetheless, it hasn't broken our trend line yet, which leads me to believe that there is still a great chance to see it bounce from this trend line support and again clear 26 cents and start to pump from there. Yeah, this chart looks good. Can we get some more data, please? Here we go, Qcoin. So speaking of ascending triangles, this here is an example of a failed one, okay? This isn't as good as this one. This one looks way more like accumulation than this one. This was more of a consolidation before it moved down. But you have your horizontal resistance over here, right, at 32 cents. Price pumps to it, pulls back higher low, pumps again, pulls back higher low, but it broke the trend line, all right? So what you don't want to see for AGIX here is just that it breaks this trend line. You want to see a clear resistance. How to play it. Well, wide if you do this, right? That's 11% risk. But the thing is, your targets are like stupid high, right? Your first target is at 33 cents, which is a 35% gain. This is a 3-to-1 right here. And when this coin moves, it will hit 33% in 1 or 2 days. And then on top of that, you got 36 and 39. So yeah, you're looking at a gain from 33% to 60%, risking 11% if you put your stop loss at 21.85 cents. Looks good. AGIX bullish on it. Joshua says, Da Vinci J15, Jeremy thinking Ethereum heading to 20K. 20K would be awesome. I would not complain about 20K at all. Joshua says, I like VRA and AGIX. Good to know, Joshua. Delio says, Algo looks like it has hit bottom, but because of the news in regards to Algo 5 shutting down is bearish, but also the founder of Cardano has reached out to Algo to work together. I want to look at Cardano before we wrap this up. Joshua says, crypto gains, thinks VRA, Veracity will be $1 this bull market, Connor. That's cool, man. That's real cool for crypto gains. What's it at now? It's at, yeah, come on. Like it's cool. It's cool to get a lot of views on your videos because you just say ridiculous things. And we'll look back on this day and see if I'm right or wrong. $1. You got to remember VRA. I like it. I'm bullish on VRA. I think it's going to pump hard and it's going to give a lot of multiples. But $1, I don't know about that. Reason I say that is because it's got a lot of bag holders and it's got a lot of people staking it. Just inflate. It's got crazy inflation. The people that already own it, right? A lot of people were buying this thing. Let's go to the weekly chart. Don't forget how high this thing went in the bull run, right? On the weekly chart, make this logarithmic. Right? Don't forget how high this thing went. It went to 8 cents. It spent a lot of time. It spent like 6 months above 1 cent. A lot of people, remember, people like to buy it during the pumps, right? Retail noobs, uneducated, uninformed traders. That's what they are, and what they do is they buy after the pumps. There's a lot of bag holders is the point that I'm making for VRA. A lot of inflation. So $1 is kind of like it's like a Hail Mary profit target. I think you're going to be a lot happier if you just take the money off the table on the way up, because I think it will 10x. I think it could 20, 30, 50x. You know, $1 would be a 200x. You only need 48 cents for a 100x. All right, so I would not hold out for $1 if I was you. There's life-changing money to be made before $1. $1 is something you say if you want to like get a lot of views on your videos for a lot of uninformed, uneducated audiences. Let's see. Moonshine says, I just want this channel to go to the moon. Connor works hard for us. He deserves it. Thanks, Dre. I appreciate that, Moonshine. Amsterdam, Peak DeFi. A lot of requests coming in right now. Peak DeFi, 600x gem. Amsterdam, what's going on, by the way? Good to see you here in the live chat. Let me see if I can find the proper one. All right, we're going to look at this one. Wow, look at this daily chart. I mean, this thing's 2 years old. So I would consider this in the same category as a meme coin. For sure, it could be a DeFi ecosystem to grow our wealth. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's actually what it is, right? So I would treat this as a meme coin. If you buy it, don't be the bag holder. You get a 2x. Consider taking your initials out. If you want to wait for higher, you can go ahead and do that. But just make sure you take profit if you buy something like this. This is the same category as a meme coin to me at a 2 mil market cap. But nonetheless, I appreciate you sharing. Maybe you know some information that I don't know about this project, but from what I see, I'm not crazy about it. I'm not convinced. What's up, Nirala? Good to see you. Yeah, so Dre just said that VRA at $1 would be a $10 billion market cap. I mean, their use case, are they solving a $10 billion problem? Maybe with their proof of view thing. But still, I wouldn't go for $1. I would sell way before that, and you still 100x at 50 cents, so it kind of makes perfect sense. Michael says, do you think old Gary Gensler will go after Algo Solana after losing to XRP? They might, but it would just be a bluff again, in my opinion. I don't think they actually have enough hard evidence to put anything down, but we'll see. All right, we're going to look at Cardano because I want to look at Cardano right now. Did I already look at this? When did I set this trade up? So ADA on the weekly here. January of 2021. I remember where I was when this was happening. In January of 2021, when Cardano was making its run towards $3. I remember it here at like 28 cents. I caught a long, a leverage long. I wrote it up to like 68 cents. I won't forget that. It was a huge trade. But we're back at those prices now, right? Back where we were in January of 2021. Now, in terms of ADA and how it looks on the chart, it looks bottomed out to me. It had a brutal bear market. It kept on getting crushed. Let me change it to this. So now you can see in the bottom of my screen, looking at the RSI on the weekly time frame, it has weekly bullish divergence, meaning that price made lower lows, but the RSI is making higher lows, telling you that the momentum is shifting, and it's shifting bullish and positive. Now this week, ADA had a huge wick up to 38 cents. Right now it's at 31 cents, and it's back underneath this support resistance flip at 31 cents, essentially 32 cents. But for ADA, again, going back to the accumulation strategy, I think that if you buy ADA between current price 31, 32 cents, if it goes down here to 28, if you're lucky, you'll get 26. I think you're going to be making some stacks on it. All right, some serious stacks. Final target for the trade is at 64 cents. All right. This is easy money. This is easy money. Seriously. 99% from current price up to 64 cents. Again, if it dips, you buy more. This thing bottomed to me. It looks like it has bottom with the weekly bullish divergence. So I think that the path of least resistance from this point is higher for Cardano ADA. And that's all I wanted to share with you. So get long or go buy something else, and hopefully that will pump for you. But yeah, ADA looks bottomed out to me. And then MD, I see your questions, brother. We're going to look at Dogecoin, and then we're going to wrap it up. Doge is the last coin I'm going to look at right now. Doge again, bottomed. I mean, I'm on the higher time frames here for a reason. I'm on the weekly and daily. I don't feel like doing day trade analysis on a Sunday afternoon, right? We'll do that during the week. But on the higher time frames, bottomed. Man, look at this weekly chart. I really don't have much to say other than the fact that all you need to do is buy this and wait. Like, there's nothing, there's no genius mastermind strategy to this, right? We're at the point in the cycle where if you're well capitalized and you have some money to buy spot with, preferably 6 figures plus, it's literally shooting fish in a barrel. Obviously, the things can go wrong and stuff like that, but yeah. Continuing to use this trend line now. This was a resistance trend line previously, currently using it as support. Every time we drop beneath it, we recover, and now we're holding it. So on Doge, let's drop this down to the daily time frame. Doge below 7 cents is a concrete buy. Doge below 7. Somebody put it on the newspaper for tomorrow morning. Let's set this up. If you want to put a stop loss on an accumulation spot trade, you can. But I would just say no stop. Just buy it when it dips. Not financial advice. That's my strategy. You do what you want. But yeah, you got 116% up to these highs from November, the FTX crash. And that's almost a given. Of course, you should take profit on the way up at 11, some at 12.5, and then 15. But yeah, Dogecoin, I like the way it looks right now headed into the week. And it's similar. It's similar to some of the other charts we looked at where it kind of has an ascending triangle. Okay, that's your resistance level at 7.2 cents. Now, if you notice price action, it's doing the thing. The upwards accumulation, pump, higher low, pump, higher low, pump, higher low. Now it's at the apex and it just ideally blasts off. Dogecoin, under 7 cents, that's a buy. Amsterdam, Arbitrum more bullish than Matic for sure. And I went over ARB in today's stream, so if you'd like, you can go ahead and you could rewind that back and catch my Arbitrum analysis. Last one, QRDO, Curito, bottomed, at least so it seems. You got the divergence showing decreased bearish momentum. Momentum is shifting positive. Momentum is shifting up. It's about that time for QRDO. Looks like an algo didn't let it. Look at this price action over here back in January. All right, when you start seeing these little candles, that's when you know the big move is coming. And yeah, the past 2 days here on QRDO, we're starting to get those little accumulation candles again, bottomed. Should look something like that. Not to get ahead of myself, but yeah, I mean, look at this chart. Right, if it ends up breaking, you don't want to see it break this wick low. And the beautiful thing is, you know, you can kind of play this pretty tight, right? It's literally only 3% to this wick low over here. This one. So maybe you want to risk like 5% on the trade, or 6%, 7.5%. You give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, and the upside on this thing is so big and so massive. And like I said in the intro to the stream, Ethereum stronger than BTC. We're going to see, we might see ETH lead the charge here, which is really bullish for altcoins, which means that all these kind of smaller cap altcoins are going to have some huge runs. So it would make sense for QRDO to be bottomed out here. You know, if it keeps on sinking, well, then something's wrong with the project, right? There's something wrong internally going on with the company, the team of the project. Something is not right if it keeps on going down from here. So that's when you know you should cut it and go buy something else. But yeah, QRDO, it looks pretty good right here. It does. So with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream. I greatly appreciate everybody for being here. If you haven't already, smash up that like button right now. We talked about a lot in this stream. More importantly, we went over some concrete trading strategies. The main one is really just the accumulation spot buy for when the market is bullish. It's just easy money. So hope you guys learned a lot. If you guys want, you know, more updates from me on a regular basis, as well as all of my trades, check out cryptoempireco.io and join the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. But I'm fired up. I'm fired up on what I'm seeing in the charts, and really just life in general here as we head towards, you know, the end of summer almost. We're midsummer. A lot of big things are happening, and yeah, we got a lot to look forward to here. So thank you all for being here during this live stream. Appreciate all of your support. Appreciate all of your super chats. All of the regular viewers that are here Sunday after Sunday at Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. We would not be the same without you and, you know, what you do for the community. Always engaging, always liking, always sharing. We would not be where we are today. So really appreciate each and every single one of you. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. My name is Connor from Crypto Empire.